Well, hello friends. Welcome to a Let's Play Metroid, or Super Metroid even. I was going to do a programming video, but then I realized I'm kind of tired of programming, and I'd like to do something else with my life. So I'm just going to switch it up here, and we're going to turn this channel into a gaming channel, starting right now. And the first game we'll be playing is Super Metroid, from, I guess, 1994. A Nintendo classic for the Super NES. So, I'll just be setting up the controller the way I'm used to here, although I haven't played the game for quite a while. But hopefully it'll still be okay.
The last Metroid is in captivity.
Oh, I guess I should start the timer.
The galaxy is at peace.
The galaxy is at peace. So, I first battled the Metroids on planet Zebes. It was there that I foiled the plans of the space pirate leader, Mother Brain, to use the creatures to attack galactic civilization. I got the subtitles in German too, but I'm not going to try reading those. So here's a flashback to what was happening in the NES Metroid, the original game. This is the second sequel to that. I next fought the Metroids on their homeworld, SR-388. I completely eradicated them, except for a larva, which after hatching followed me like a confused child. SR-388. See, this is the what happened in the Game Boy game, which was the second game, the first sequel to the original NES game. I haven't played that one, actually. I personally delivered it to the Galactic Research Station at Ceres, so scientists could study its energy-producing qualities. Wow, that's a nice handshake there. So anachronistic. The scientists' findings were astounding. They discovered that the powers of the Metroid might be harnessed for the good of civilization. Well, that sounds good. Wow, look at all those guys sciencing. Satisfied that all was well, I left the station to seek a new bounty to hunt. But I had hardly gone beyond the asteroid belt when I picked up a distress signal. Ceres Station was under attack. That's quite the intro. Alright, so we're just gonna go straight back to Ceres, which is a space colony, apparently. Or a research station in German. Alright, we finally get control. So, I'm definitely not very pro at this game, but I'm gonna give it my best. So, if you're familiar with the game, then I don't know what to say about that. Probably you'll notice me messing up all kinds of things, but we gotta start somewhere. So I've watched quite a few speedruns of this game, which I like to watch, but I don't really know much of the speedrunning tech. So we're just gonna play it normally. I know here that it doesn't matter what you do to this guy, because if he gets you first or if you get him, no matter what, it ends the same way. So in speedruns, they usually just try to get hurt as quickly as possible, so he'll leave you alone. But we got time, so... Alright, so I think now he's gonna take off with the Metroid baby. And there's an emergency, because the self-destruct sequence has been initiated, and we gotta get the heck out of here. Alright. Alright, now we got steam coming out everywhere. Gotta dodge it. Which is not always easy. Oh shit, freaking Steam. Alright, we made it out. Alright, and the Space Colony Research Station Ceres just blows up. But we make it out in the nick of time. Excuse me. And of course, we just head straight back to Zebes, because Samus Aran is a no-nonsense character, I tell you. Alright. The weather on Zebes is pretty shitty. Reminds me of my hometown, which is famous for always being rainy. Alright, so first thing we want to do, which I think is tradition in Metroid, is we gotta go and find a little ball thing that lets us coop up into a ball and roll around. And here, it's at the bottom here of this shaft, and you're supposed to dodge one of these guys. I always forget where it is. Ah. Alright. And so we are heading towards the morphing ball. That's the name of it. Or morph ball, something like that. Can't wait to get it. I'm gonna roll around everywhere. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I'd never played this game as a kid, but it's about 2-3 years ago or something like that. Played it for the first time, and I thought, wow, this game is pretty cool. A morphing ball. Or actually, that's not entirely true. Look at us morphing into a ball. Pretty sweet. I did play it once as a kid. I think I rented it at a video rental store, and I played like the first little part of it until I got just bored, and I think this part right here is exactly how far I made it. I picked up this missile because I remember this screen, and then I just somehow didn't want to figure out where to go next, because this game, of course, is famous for popularizing the what's now called the Metroidvania genre, which is sort of an open world game, if you will, where you can go anywhere, and you're not limited to like one path through the game. You can pick and choose where you want to go, and which was quite a new concept at the time. I don't know if it was the first one, but it was certainly the one that popularized it. So we're just going to pick up a couple of unnecessary things, I think, because I'm not super great at this game, so we're going to pick up some extra stuff just to have a little padding so that we can fight the bosses and so on. I think it's going to be okay. So we got the morphing ball, and we got a set of missiles. And of course, the missiles are what allows us to blast through the red doors. Ah, you got me. These guys, they look kind of threatening, but they go down with a single bullet. Okay, so this part, I've seen people doing this in speedruns, and it looks so neat when they do it. But, and like, in reality, if you're not pro at this, it's pretty difficult. Jackass. Okay, how difficult is this freaking wall jumping thing? Alright, we're gonna try the intended route, which is like, I guess you're supposed to jump on these platforms. Which is pretty slow, that's why this way of doing it, like walking on the wall, is so cool, but it is also very difficult. It would be less difficult if I practiced, I guess. Wall jumping in this game is probably one of the most satisfying game mechanics I can think of, like, ever. So now we're gonna go and fight the bomb bird. This is bird over here who holds the bombs. And he has a red door, so we need 5 missiles to open it up. But we're good. We had 10, so it's all fine. All right, Mr. Bomb Guard, Bomb Torizo. That's his official name. Now we got the bombs, but we are stuck in here with this guy. So bombs allow you to drop these little thingies when you're in the ball form, and they explode, which is pretty cool. Alright, just die already, dude. Okay. Well, we got him. I think for the first time I made it here, I was unable to kill this guy. I remember feeling that this game was so difficult on the first playthrough. And I don't know how many times I've played it total, maybe 6, 7, something like that. And I always wanted to learn this, the way that they do this in the speedruns. They can somehow get out of that hole there, but it's so dang tricky. Try it one more time, maybe. Alright, just one more time. Well, someday. Alright, so this is the slow way out. You have to bomb through these blocks. But then we're out. Alright, so now we have the bombs, which means that we can go and pick up some stuff. Oops. I think there's something down here. So now we can actually make it through here. Because normally, without the bombs, you don't have any attack when you're in ball form. But now that we have the bombs, we can actually put little bombs down and find this little room here with missiles. So, more missiles, definitely a good thing. Okay. So, where do we go next? I think next part is we're gonna head down into what's called this area called Brinstar, which is to the left here. It's crazy diagonal rooms. Alright, our first energy tank. So this guy gives us 100 extra health, which is extremely useful. I'm just getting hit left and right here. Oops. Alright. So to the right there was a red door. It's actually the door that leads to the end of the game. We need to unlock a bunch of things that's behind that door before we can actually make progress in there, so... This is the elevator to Brinstar. I think the music changes here, which is nice. Hope the music is coming in into the recording. And here is one of the first sequence breaks that you can make in this game, which is you can skip past this part in here where you're normally supposed to have the speed booster power up, but we just sneak through it there with a so-called mock ball, which is a way to achieve running speed in ball form, which is very helpful for getting through stuff where you're not supposed to get through, because you can get like speed boosting power-ups later on. Anyways, we just skipped that, so picking up some missiles here, and we also got a reserve tank, which gives us it's like an extra energy tank that kicks in once your other energy tanks have been depleted. So that's very useful. Alright, and a couple extra missiles. And of course the real reason big good reason that we took this weird sequence break shortcut here is because it would allow us to get the super missiles over here, which is a stronger missile, and that opens a kind of door that we haven't seen yet, but it's the green doors, which we wouldn't have been able to open before, but now we will be able to open them. And just picking up some extra missiles. Alright. This game is famous for all of the crazy ways in which you can sequence break it, which means that like you take a path through the game that you're not like really supposed to. And I'm not sure it was ever like actually acknowledged, but I think that the designers of this game, they designed it in such a way that you could sequence break it if you just figure out how the power-ups work. Like the wall jumping here, for example, allows us to pick up this missile. Normally we would have to, we wouldn't be able to get here until we got the grappling hook, which allows us to grab onto these gray blocks here. But because we know how to wall jump, we can just get that missile pack right now. Alright, picking up some more power-ups here. And this is also where we will find the charge beam power-up. If we go down here... Alright, so the charge beam is a very good power-up because it allows you to hold down the shoot button and charge up a powerful shot, which is sort of similar in strength to a missile, I think. And I think it also works as an attack. Oh, here's the green door, by the way. You can use the charge beam to attack enemies that are immune to normal shots. Alright, so here's there's a way to get into this little tunnel up here. Ah, there we go. I'm just gonna pick up a lot of missiles, I think. Make the game a little bit easier. Every pack of missiles is 5 missiles, but it's also increasing the ammo capacity by 5, which is why the missile packs are so useful. Ah, you absolute... Alright. Okay, I'm gonna take that super missile right there. Okay. Now we made it to the so-called Red Tower. Now, here's usually where the speedruns start to go a different way than I would, because there's some way to get up here, but you gotta like shoot open this thing here, and timing everything seems extremely difficult. I guess if we kill these guys, it'll probably be a bit easier. Okay, I'm gonna try to get up there, actually. Okay, so it's open, but it will self-close. Ah, it's so tricky. Alright, maybe if I take one or more of them out. Okay. I'm gonna try to make it up there. Damn. Oh, we made it! And it self-closes there, as you can see. That's pretty tricky. But we were able to do it. So, normally, we're sequence breaking again now, so normally you're not here at this point, but you would go down in that red tower instead. But going up here will allow us to pick up the power bombs a little earlier, which is a very useful power-up. Actually, probably should... I'm not super confident in my ability to sneak through here, so we are going to save the game in here. This is what the save station looks like. So this is the room with power bombs, but it's so dang... no, he's eating me. I'm stuck in this stupid flower. Oh no. Well, we're not doing super great in the health here. But maybe we can make it back. First we'll blow away this wall, find some more missiles. We have 7 health right now, although maybe there's some in our reserve tank. Let's take a look. Oh man, it's empty. Alright. So we gotta get out here without taking a hit, basically. Oh no. I thought that we would be able to blow these guys up. Oh shit. No! Couldn't make it. Alright, well that's why we saved. Yes. Please, let me try again. Alright, so I gotta be a lot more careful going across that room. Those little guys that jump up and down, apparently you can kill them, but they take 3 super missiles, which is... like, I can only carry 5, so... the best case is I kill one of them. I wonder if these guys would drop any health. Alright, well we got a little bit of a better health situation. The pink there, pink above energy is 1 energy tank. Ah, dang it. Alright, so it is possible to jump across. Pink above the energy is 100, so we got 119 health. Should be able to make it back this time. Oh, it's just reckless, originally. Alright. So... come on, you jerks. Ah! Knock me straight into this carnivorous plant here. Oh, not again, dude. Oh, come on. Well, we made it out. Okay, let's see if we can find some health. So... there's, the room up here that has more power bombs in it, I think. I'm actually gonna be playing it extra safe and saving one more time, because that room up there is full of very dangerous enemies. Like I was saying, you're not really expected to be here at this point in the game, so all the enemies are really powerful. But if we save before we go, we got these side-hopping guys here. These guys are very unpleasant. here's a power bomb pack, which is why we came in here in the first place. So now we have 10 power bombs. Okay, let's try to blow these guys up. Oh man, that guy's really unpleasant looking. Okay, oof, we made it. Alright, so let's head back down where we're supposed to be going originally. Because in the speedrun version, you would now head up there. But, oh man, that was not good. Oh, how am I so clumsy at this? I think with these, they just spawn enemies over and over here, so you could, technically you could just farm forever if you wanted to get back to full health. But I don't want to spend all day farming. Oops. Dang it. Okay, so now we go down the way we were supposed to go. Okay. And, ooh, in here is an energy refill room. It's just what we need. Full health. Much, much better. Alright. So, we're finding a lot of nice stuff on the way here, but basically what we're heading for right now is the first boss. That's Kraid. So, I'm gonna pick up a few more power-ups on the way there, but... oh, dang it. Can't believe I fell for that stupid trap. So in here is the Spacer power-up, which turns your beam into a triple beam. So it shoots. Previously we were shooting one shot, and now you'll see we were shooting 3 shots. Very, very cool. So just increased damage basically, and I guess also increased the area that you hit with your shots. Alright. So I'm thinking, should we head down into Norfair first and just pick up a little extra something? I think we'll do that. We'll pick up an extra energy tank before we go to Kraid. We got time. If we were trying to go fast, we'd probably go to Kraid directly, but we're gonna do this first. Because it's nice to have the E-tank here. Another 100 health, and also in the next room we'll find a jumping power-up. The high jump boots, famous for allowing you to jump higher, I guess. Check it out. What are those? So now, look at us jumping so high. I remember the first time I played the game, I didn't think they were... didn't think the jump was that much higher. But it is a bit higher, and it is very helpful in some places. But I think if you know how to wall jump, then you don't really need the high jump boots that often. But there are a couple of places where they are very helpful. Oh, dang it. I forgot that you have to kill that guy before the game lets you leave the room. Alright, so now we've got some new boots, and we also have some extra energy. So go to Kraid now, fight him. It should be pretty easy, given that we are pretty decked out. Oh yeah, and the high jump allows you to jump up here quite easily. Otherwise you would have to do some pretty tricky jumping. So maybe it was a good idea that we got the high jump. Get out of here, dude. This game is full of these little secret passages that you have to find to make progress. It's really like you can tell that it's a game from a different era because it's full of these really hard to understand puzzles of like where you're even supposed to go. But if you've been through the game before, then you learn where things are. Alright. Like this one. Oh. Free health. Alright. So, our first boss fight coming up. This is Kraid's office. Comes out of the spikes here. Gotta wait for him to show up. And I know there's a way to kill him quickly, but I don't know how to do that, so... I think normally you're not expected to have super missiles here, so the fact that we have two of them, and I hit him with one already, is helpful. Alright, pretty easy. The super missiles really are very powerful, so that was great. You can only hit him when his mouth is open, so that's why we had to time things. Oh, I guess we should actually do the timer here. 32 minutes and 12 seconds to get Kraid. Alright. So... I think with that we will head to the wrecked ship. Or, I'm thinking, what do we need to get there? Either we need the grappling hook or speed booster, so maybe we should get the speed booster first. And then we have to go to Norfair. So the Varia suit that we just picked up allows us to withstand heat, which is what makes it such a useful power-up. We could go to the wreck ship right away, but it is pretty tricky to get there if you don't have the speed booster and you don't have the grappling hook, grappling beam. So I think we'll get the speed booster first. Alright. Speed booster is down in the depths of Norfair. But, ooh, maybe we can pick up the ice beam before that, actually. That would require another sequence break here, but I think I can do it. It's a little mock ball. Again. See if we get it. Yes, we got it. Running speed in the ball form. Allows us to make it under those gates in time. fall in the lava there. So previously we wouldn't be able to be in this room because of the heat. But now that we have got the Varia suit, we can go in here and pick up the famous ice beam. Now we shoot ice, which is really useful because it allows you to freeze enemies like this, and then you can use them as platforms, which is pretty useful. Alright, so like this for example. Oh, damn it. Nope. Not quite right. Okay. So now we have the ice beam. We really just picked it up because we could. It's not that we actually need it for anything in particular right away. Okay. This room here is also really warm, but we don't care now because we got the protective gear ready. I think there's a missile hiding here somewhere. Here, yeah. Let's pick that up. Starting to get pretty rich on missiles, which will be very helpful. Okay. Oh, nope, not what I wanted to do. Okay, I don't like. Let me out. Oh, come on. Alright. Oh yeah, showing those skills here. Okay, finally we made it to the other side. So, down here is a little missile pack we're gonna pick up. More missiles. And to get the speed booster, we need to get upstairs here. Oops, dang it. No, I didn't do that right. Alright. I think the easiest way is probably to shoot one of these guys. And then make it over here like this. Alright, man. This game is a little tricky. Okay, well, let me up there. So these things, they spawn like 5 enemies at once, which is fantastic for farming missiles and stuff. Just kill 5 of them with in one go. Alright, so this is a long tunnel that leads to the speed boots, or speed booster. So it's a little bit slow on the way there, but on the way back we get to use the speed booster. So you'll see why it's called that. Alright, let us in. Speed booster. Wow. Okay. So now, all you gotta do is just hold run and point in the direction you want to go. And we got speed. Very fast. Speed booster is a really cool power up. And let's see. I guess we can pick up the wave beam since we're so close to it anyway. Then we'll go for the wreck chip. So let's see. Oh, this part is tricky. Oh, okay, we got it. Okay. And made it. Wave beam. So the wave beam is a sweet power up that allows your beam to go, allows the shots to go through walls. And it also makes the shot more powerful. No, where's the hole? Here, okay. Alright. So instead of spending more time down here in Norfair, because we could go and get the grappling hook, grapple beam, but I think we'll just go straight to the wreck chip. Alright. Why is this so difficult? Wrecked ship. Okay. Sometimes you see people playing this game and they don't pick up the Varia suit, so they have to go through all of these rooms with no protection against the heat, and it looks really stressful because the heat will do like continuous damage to you as long as you're in a room that's heated. So the Varia suit is super important power. Oh, give me that. Alright. So backtracking a little bit. But this kind of game is all about backtracking. And if you don't like backtracking, it's really not the genre for you. Okay. Okay, so here's the ice beam being useful. Oops. Alright, so this is the part where we're supposed to go up here. We already made it up here using sneaky tactics, but here's a much easier tactic if you have the ice beam. Oops. See how easy that was. Let's see. Wow, look at us go. You know, we're gonna save, because now there's no save point coming up for quite some time. And I'm not sure I'm gonna make it through this next part, so we'll see. Oops! falling down more than going up. Alright. So, this elevator takes us back up to the crater of the planet. So, our ship that we landed on is actually now, or landed in, is actually now to the left of us. So, but we are heading, oops, we're heading to the right here, so. And, oh shit, and then we have to use the speed booster to get across. This part is also tricky. Wait, I'm gonna go in here and take a power up first. Oh man, I realized I have to turn off my high jumping boots for this. Okay, so there's a way to jump over here with no power-ups, but I don't know. I don't think I can do it. But basically, you're supposed to like, you're supposed to get here, and then if you jump on like the very last frame before you hit the water. Oops, I went too far. If you jump on the very last frame, then you're supposed to be able to jump across. If you time it, everything just right. That was too far. Alright. Anyways, I don't think we're gonna be spending a bunch of time on trying to make that work, so... instead we'll use the speed booster to get across. And the way we do that is... No! Shooting in the wrong direction. So with the speed booster, if you achieve this speedy speed, then you can press down diagonally, or just down maybe. Damn it. And then it puts you into this special mode where you can shoot yourself like that. And the inputs are a little tricky. This is called Shine Spark, which is very cool speed booster technique. Alright, so I think can we use the speed booster to get across here actually? Yeah, we can. I'm not sure actually, I haven't done this. No? Okay, well we can probably jump across. Well, this part is real tricky. Ah, damn it! So we don't have the grappling beam, which is what you would normally use to get across. Actually, we can pick up some... missiles over here. Since we're in here anyway. Alright, come on now. Here we go. So, there are so many items hidden around in this game. I don't think I've ever actually found all of them. Damn it. We need to jump at like a very specific time. Then the jumps get tighter for each jump, so let's try to do this correctly. Oh, it's better, but not quite. Okay. Ah. Okay. Alright, bear with me. Bear with me some more. Okay. No! Absolute jackass. it's definitely possible to use the speed booster to get across. I just I'm not sure how to do it. Jump too early, hit that thing. Alright. Too late, you missed that thing. Alright. Okay. Wow, I'm doing it wrong very consistently. Okay, we're gonna make it. Okay, here we go. Second jump. Okay. Here's one of these guys. So I'm just gonna knock him out. I don't want him screwing up my jump here. Okay, oh, we made it. So we are in the wrecked ship. And in here somewhere is actually one of my very favorite details about this game. So the power is off in this ship, right? And when the power is off, then the spikes don't work. They don't hurt you. Very, very silly. So it makes this room very easy to go through. For a missile pack. Alright. Of course, when we turn the power on, these spikes are going to start doing damage. So. Maybe we should farm a little health, actually. I think maybe we got enough health to face the boss. So we haven't saved for quite some time now, but we'll see. So this is the ghost elephant boss. His name is Phantoon, and he's, in my opinion, extremely difficult. But we'll see. You can only shoot him in his eye when it's open, so when his eye is not open, you gotta dodge all these stupid flames that he puts out. Oh. And of course, I didn't take the opportunity to shoot him. And another thing about this guy is that he is immune to the super missiles. We're gonna get him. Okay. Flames are weird too, because you can only shoot them after they make that first bounce. We're starting to run a little low on health here. Oh man. Oh, we have some in the reserve tank. Yeah, that's our reserve tank kicking in. Shit. Alright. Well, he's looking pretty hurt. So, don't think there's that much health left in him. Why is this so tricky? Okay, he's dead. Holy moly. Alright, so I guess that's it. So I think we're gonna... How do we stop the game here? I don't know. Well...